It's time for RiffTrax.
My name is Bill Pritchard.
I'm Crew Cut Owen Wilson.
I start for the fire station early in the morning, before my two sleepyheads are really awake.
They never see me. They barely know they have a father.
They're getting ready to go home now while my team lines up to take over their jobs.
And then their wives.
Whoa.
Tomorrow morning, our teams will change again. At the lineup, Captain Stone gives each man his job for the day.
You're all fired.
I'm to clean the hose. Steve will help me. Harry, check the fire engine. Bob, clean our dormitory.
Bob's no hero.
John, cook the meals. John collects the money to buy our food.
Dirty Lodge on the beds. Who else?
We eat and sleep at the fire station. Firemen must be ready at all times.
Well, big deal. I eat and sleep at my job, too.
Our equipment, too, must be ready and in perfect working order.
Unlike this man.
As soon as the engine comes back from a fire, we clean the hose. I'm learning all about hoses, how a long fire hose is made of several sections joined together.
Okay, I've learned one thing about hoses.
I have to be able to put them together or take them apart in a hurry.
Then I play Dr. Octopus.
As soon as we unload the used dirty hose, the engine moves in to get fresh hose.
Trading in used dirty hose for fresh hose, just like a 70s pimp.
Then we scrub the dirty hose.
Then a quick round of antibiotics, and they're back on the streets.
Captain Stone teaches us to do our jobs well.
Which never would have occurred to us otherwise.
When the hose is clean, we dry it in the hose tower.
The hose tower sounds like a punishment used in a corrupt rural prison.
Talking back, you just earned yourself a night in the hose tower.
Steve lowers a rope to me.
Helping with suicide is all part of the fireman's code.
I pull up the hose and he hangs it to dry.
Is there a more efficient way to dry hoses than building a giant tower full of ropes? Almost certainly.
Once the equipment is taken care of, we get to the housework. John's been shopping. Chicken for dinner.
Meanwhile, the hospital fire enters its third hour.
The fire station is our second home. And waxing the floor is just one of the jobs we do to keep it neat and clean.
Little boys are reconsidering their dreams as we speak.
After cleaning up, we change to fresh uniforms.
Kinda sucks.
Jim lets me try on his dress shirt, even though I'm not a regular fireman.
I'm just a man with a burning desire to try on the dress shirts of other men.
Someday, when my training period is over, I'll have my own uniform. And badge, too.
Then I can make everyone let me try on their dress shirts.
Part of my training is to study how to put out fires.
But just a small part. Then back to floor waxing.
Lieutenant Scott teaches us what to do if a fire breaks out in any big building in our city. Today, we are studying a hotel building. There's the fire hydrant.
Now pay attention, the lieutenant was up all night drawing
There's the
this.
fire escape. And there's an extra pipe to connect a hose. Then we visit the building to see what we have studied.
Just use Google Street View next time.
Yeah.
We check the hydrant.
Oh, Bob sees a bird and can't help but chase it. Get down, Bob.
Bob.
We check the fire escape and the extra hose pipe.
And peep in a couple of hotel windows. I mean, what's the harm?
Yeah, victim-free crime.
Another of our jobs is to prevent fires from ever starting. We warn people that piles of rubbish can be dangerous. They often catch fire.
Hey, you want to set this pile of rubbish on fire?
Hell yes.
We learn how to fight fires by going on practice drills. We pretend there's a fire, and we do everything we would do at a real fire.
Screaming, pants peeing,
If a
screaming
building
while
catches fire,
pants peeing, the whole deal.
Answer the alarm. The fire truck carries the ladders, and the fire engine carries the hose.
Should have probably just called it the hose truck. That's on us.
Today, we practice putting out an imaginary fire on the roof of our drill tower.
Man, the
Must
people
have
that live
perfect
there must get
teamwork if
really
we're to
sick
put
of
a
that.
fire out quickly. Each man must do his job exactly right. When the water goes from the hydrant into the fire engine, the engineer works the pumps, forcing the water into the hose.
I don't know if his legs are shapely enough to pull off pumps.
My job is to lay the hose on the aerial ladder. Another man raises the ladder.
Then the Dalmatian comes in and actually puts out the fire.
Then I get ready to climb the ladder to direct the hose.
Hey, they never said it would be an exciting day with Fireman Bill.
The first time I looked up that big ladder, I wondered how anyone could climb it.
Do they start from the top? I thought to myself. You see, I'm not a bright man.
But the fire department taught me how. Now it feels safe and easy.
Ladder climbing college was 6 years I'll never get back, but totally worth it.
Bald spot cam.
I reach the top and hook on my safety belt. The water is ready to go.
And I miss completely. I really, really suck.
Wow. If the parking lot were on fire, he'd be saving the day.
Yeah, there's that.
Once the day's work is over, I'm ready for one of John's good meals. Many firemen learn to be good cooks.
But not John. He just deals out raw quantity.
And guess whose turn it is to do the dishes?
Hey, after this, what say we go taunt Goose and Maverick?
After dinner, some of the men play games or watch television, but they never leave the station.
Man, they find the bones of
Some
old
of us
firemen in
spend our
there all the
evenings studying.
time.
To become a good fireman, there are lots of things to learn.
How to read is top of my list.
I learn how to handle a heavy ladder by myself.
He'd later learn that ladders are more effective when leaned against buildings.
Yeah, Bill.
I learn how to use the resuscitator to save people who can't breathe.
Can't breathe or won't.
Yeah, could just be laziness.
I learn where every piece of equipment belongs on the fire truck so I can find it instantly.
Great, Bill, but that's not a pair of boots. See.
And I learn how to send and receive emergency messages.
139,
If I learn enough, I will become a regular fireman.
Who knows? Mine could be the last face you see if you
10
die in a
o'clock.
house fire.
Time to go to bed. It's a good feeling to live with your friends, and it's a good feeling to work with them, protecting our city and its people from fire.
You should tell your coworkers how good you feel about them as you undress.
Our men and equipment are
I do it all the
prepared.
time to you guys.
The alarm bell to wake us, the pole to slide down, the fire truck.
All the dirty hose.
Thank you, Bill. That's enough with the hose.
Today must be a very special day. Our fire chief is having breakfast with us. And here's the reason.
Another huge round of layoffs.
It's a wonderful feeling when the chief pins on my badge. Now I'm a regular fireman.
And after one of John's breakfasts, I'm especially regular.
Best of
If you get
all,
my
when I
meaning.
get home, everyone is proud of my new badge.
Trying out yet another career, Pops?
Just keep the toy money coming, old man.
God, we're just kidding. We love you, Dad.
Kids, please call me Fireman Bill.
It's time for RiffTrax.
Copyright by RiffTrax, all rights reserved.